So, if there's one taboo that a lot of Africans, or should I say Nigerians, since it's not like I'm well traveled, but you get my point. If there's a taboo or something that people really talk about or they put a shush on, is sex. So as you grow older, your parent never, in this part of the world though, but I'm sure in some other places where people are like kind of preserved and all, people never get to talk about sex. They don't get to sit their kids down. They don't get to like explain the nitty-gritty of it. A lot of what we come to know about sex, we learn from books and we learn from movies. Welcome guys, welcome to another episode on Yinka's Meals. Today we'll be talking about demystifying sex. Okay, so over the week I was having a conversation with my mom, and she was telling me about one of my aunts who didn't finish high school. Here we call it secondary school, and she was like, in that time, like she's now like a business tycoon and everything, and she's well retired and all. But she was like, when this lady was young, she actually really wanted to go to school. But like during that time, I think in the 70s or 60s, I'm not quite sure what year right now. One of them in the village, a lady in the village got pregnant by one of the teachers, during that time. And so the news went all around the village that, so and so is pregnant. And, my mom was like, it was actually like a big deal because some local radio stations actually carried it during that period, and they were like, this particular girl got pregnant when she was meant to go to school. And during that era it became a big deal. A lot of people started talking about it, that a girl's meant to go to school, and so because of the influx of because of the fear rather, that when you go to school, or when you go somewhere, you'll be pregnant or something. So because of the fear that when you send a girl child to school, she could get pregnant, my mom was like, at that period, a lot of parents actually withdrew their girl child from school. So that was why, during that time, we saw an influx, or as time would have it, we saw that a lot of, men or boys at that age started going to school, while the girls, would go to the farms, or they would tell them to go and trade, and eventually they started marrying early. And my mom was like, that was what actually became a trend in that time. A lot of parents withdrew their girl child from school because they felt that when they send them to school, they will get pregnant, maybe the teacher could sleep with them, or, at that time also, they felt that once a girl is actually pregnant before marriage, or she has started having sex before marriage, she has lost her honor. She's no more, she's no more honorable. A lot of power was actually tied to the vagina, and the worth of a woman, was actually tied to the vagina. That so whatever became of her, was through the vagina. So if she got pregnant before she got married, she was already seen as a worthless being, someone of no value. So my mom was like, so a lot of parents during that time, they had to withdraw their kids from secondary school and then put them into trading or into farming, and that was why they could not actually go to school because of this fear. And my mom was like, that was why my particular aunt, couldn't go to school, because she was one of the people who are parents at the time withdrew her from school. And then we started having this conversation. Now, thank God for technology and movies, but the truth is that even we that we are talking right now, we as youths, as adults, and all young adults, a lot of us, what we know about sex are the things we read in books, we watched in movies, our imaginations, or people who are into pornography and the likes. But the truth is that, how do we get to demystify sex to the younger generations? Because I remember vividly when I was in secondary school, even in primary school. So you go to use the restroom, and then you see a lot of dirty stuff written on the wall, like Bola likes Tunde, or you just see different, and people even draw sexual stuff, write sexual stuff on the wall, and they begin to wonder that, how do these kids get to know these things? But the truth is that we are getting more exposed. The movies telling us this is how it's meant to be. In fact, movies will tell you how love is meant to happen. Sometimes when you watch a movie, you can know that, this is the guy the person is going to fall in love with. You can tell over time how the story would end, because we've seen it play out over and over again in our screen. So how do we get to demystify sex? I feel personally that, at this age where we are in right now, parents need to take the bull by the horn. You have to be able to have these conversations with your kids. Let them know what the vagina is. Let them know what the penis is. Let them know what these things are for, apart from the fact that they're like urinary tract. Apart from the fact that they're like urinary tract, they also have other functions. I feel this would actually help a lot of parents, to quickly have the conversations early. For instance, I don't remember having any conversation whatsoever with my parents about sex. Never ever. The only conversation they actually had with me, was be like, if a man touches you, when if a man touches you, you become pregnant. I think I was in secondary school then. If a man touches you, you become pregnant. If a man does this, you become. And in fact, there were times that maybe I dress up, I'm looking too good. When I was younger, my dad would start suspecting, like, hey, bring your phone. He wants to see, who I'm talking to, who I'm doing. And the truth is that when you don't have these conversations, a lot of youths nowadays are left to their imaginations. Now, sex should be whenever you're ready to have it with whoever it is you feel is the right partner and everything, and maybe at the right age. But the truth is that we need to start having these conversations. Don't let us see sex as, this elephant in the room that cannot be talked about. Don't let us see sex as something inhumane, that you can, once you see that your kids are growing older, they can understand things, it's better we sit down with them and have these conversations so that they can understand. Let them know that sex is not actually a bad thing, because it's not, girl. Or whoever is listening, it's not actually a bad thing, but it's actually best to get into the act like when you are older or when you're ready. Now, older is relative because it's a part of the world. Some people are quite young and they are, already, sexually active and all. But my point is that in this part of the world where sex is actually seen as a taboo, in fact, when a child is growing older, some parents can even use it to insult you as a child. Maybe they know that you're sexually active, and then, depending on the kind of home where you come from, and maybe a disagreement ensues, and they'll be like, oh, it's not your fault, it's because you're already having sex. Some people even say it in Yoruba, like, oh, it's reporting Bokosara. I'm actually sorry, that's actually a vulgar one. But my point is that they see it as something that you need to get to a particular stage before you can start having these things. And I'm saying that we need to be able to learn to demystify sex. Let us be able to teach our younger ones, like as simple as 1, 2, 3, so that when they eventually want to get into the action, they understand the consequences for these things. They know that what I'm doing, this is what it's going to result into. This is what is going to come out of it. Let them know what it is. Let us be able to simplify it. We should not make it like a big deal, like, something that should not be talked about. In fact, one of my friends would tell me that sex is actually overrated. But the point is that we need to start having these conversations. Let our kids know, or let our friends know, our peers, these kind of issues should not be learned from, the movies or the books that we read. We should be able to have these conversations with our parents, and they should be able to tell us the nitty-gritty. I understand that sometimes they, what they actually know is actually what was passed on to them. So they might not be able to, fully understand everything, but still, we should, as young adults who would one day be parents, I'm looking into the future to see that, okay, I would like to have this conversation with my kid, and I think it's high time we start doing that right now. A lot of kids are getting more sexually active. A lot of young kids are going into drugs. A lot of young kids are going into a lot of vices, and I feel personally it's because parents are not having this conversation with their kids. If parents can step up and have these conversations, they can remove the wrapper, whatever it is that is unraveling the, whatever it is that is covering the conversation, they can remove it and talk about it and let the kids know, this is it. Whatever it is, whenever it is you're ready, whether you feel you want to wait till you get married or you want to start having it once you feel that you're ready, I feel these conversations need to be held. What are the myths that you heard concerning, sex while you were growing up? What were the things you learned? What did you learn through books? Did you learn through movies? I'd like to hear from you. Just send me a message. Have a lovely week. Thank you.